system new from the ground up in late 2003. He cuts all mixed hardwoods on this mill. If you'll notice, this is our A layout. You'll find that this is the simplest and most effective layout there is. We feel that a circle saw head rig and a BREWCO B-1600 combination will give you the highest productivity with the least expensive investment on your part. The logs are debarked and then sent to the log deck. From there, these are opened up to at least a 4-inch face. The cants load onto a cant storage deck and into the B-1600. The boards from the head rig travel down to the edger or the green chain and end up on the green chain. They travel through the double end trim and eventually to the stacking area. As we take a closer look at the system, you'll notice the cants can be dealt from the cant storage deck directly into the system. From there, they travel through the resaw onto the 5-way board separator. The board is on the bottom, the cant is on the top. The cant will dump off, return back around, and the board will either travel to the green chain or over to the edger. You'll also notice too how this system maintains butt feeding. The system stays butt fed all day long. You'll notice that there is just enough time to turn every cant for grade. This allows you to get the maximum grade out of every log. Ronnie will tell you that unlike your head rig, you will not cut one board extra if you don't turn for grade. Therefore, you need to train your operator to turn every cant to get the maximum grade possible out of every log.
We saw on a 9-hour shift, we probably conservatively average 27,000 to 28,000 feet a day. We get up to 40 sawing popper, 49 one day we kept up with it. So, we figure on about a 25% overrun. Our average length's about 12. We don't get a whole lot of long logs. That's one thing I like about that BREWCO is the short logs because it keeps them butts to butt and it don't cost us a lot of production by sawing short logs. The main thing that I like the best about the BREWCO is the butt to butt sawing. You don't lose any time, no waiting time, no dead time between camps. And for what it is, for a 2-inch band saw, I don't know nothing that can touch it. It's just unbelievably does a good job. You seen our cants up there, you didn't see no wavy cants anywhere or nothing. And we really strive on accurate lumber, and we have about as accurate as anybody, I guess, at any mill. I've never seen any better. Our drivers are always telling us about the mill yards, bragging on our lumber, and you can look on the yards and tell ours from anybody else's because it's so true. And that's one thing that I really like about it. And it's cheap maintenance. It's nothing to keep up to it. It's pretty simple built. No problems. It's just it outdoes anything I've ever seen. If I was going to build another one tomorrow, I wouldn't even go look at nothing else. I'm sold on this one. real good help from y'all. You know, you're so far away, but he's talked us through about everything that we've had to do on the telephone. And most cases you run into when something breaks down, you know, if you're like me, I'm kind of a pessimist anyway. You always look for the worst, and hell, after you've looked there about 2 hours, you find out it wasn't nothing but a wire jarred loose somewhere or some little simple something. So as far as anything major being in the problem, we hadn't had anything much. Anything we have had though, BREWCO has always really pitched in and seemed real concerned about helping us getting going, and we've always been able to get it from that. So far we hadn't had to have them down here. When we first started up, I think they came back one day and helped us, which about anybody's had to do, you know, because everybody learns. And you learn a lot as you go along. The main thing is to learn about running the saw is the saw operator. He's 95% of it. If you got a good saw operator, the little saw will do what it's supposed to. It's the saw operator that usually makes the goof up. Try not to saw anything with a circle mill except 4 slabs. And even when we're sawing, if the BREWCO can't keep up, which it usually keeps up pretty well, if it can't, well, we throw in some coil logs or pallet grade logs and let the big mill saw them up while it's waiting on the BREWCO to catch up. But we don't have too much trouble catching up. Where it really pays off to us is on your higher grade lumber, which like walnut and cherry, it's just the only thing I know that anybody would want to cut grade lumber with. It's the best thing I've ever seen to cut grade with. We saw 6 loads of walnut back last month, I think it was, and it graded 46% of one face and better. And that was taking the whole log. I couldn't believe it graded that good. I wouldn't tell anybody if I didn't believe in them, I'll tell you that. I'm not trying to. It don't make me a penny except the satisfaction of watching somebody do good, and I like to see everybody